The following is an article from Health Magazine, Fall 2024 edition, published by the Southwest Utah Public Health Foundation.
Wonderful Water by Shana Chavez, Clinical Assistant. About 60% of the human body is composed of water, and every cell, tissue, and organ needs an adequate amount to function properly. Our bodies use water to regulate temperature, carry nutrients and oxygen to cells, maintain blood volume, help convert food to energy, lubricate and cushion joints and vital organs, and remove waste. Water is essential for life. To make sure our body has the water it needs, it's important to stay hydrated. Hydration is the process of replacing the water we lose daily through respiration, breathing, perspiration, sweating, and elimination, urination, and bowel movements. In general, around 2 to 3 quarts. We replace that lost fluid through food, water, and other beverages we consume each day. If we lose more water than we take in, we become dehydrated. Dehydration can cause symptoms like headache, muscle cramps, fatigue, and can even affect mood and productivity. More severe cases of dehydration can lead to serious complications like electrolyte imbalances and heat stroke, which require immediate medical attention. A recent study by the National Institute of Health has also shown that chronic dehydration may be linked to early aging and chronic disease. While anyone can become dehydrated, some groups are more at risk. Infants and young children. These individuals are most likely to experience severe diarrhea and vomiting, and their smaller bodies make them more sensitive to even small amounts of fluid loss. Older adults. As we age, our fluid reserves become smaller and our sense of thirst decreases. People with chronic illness. Some conditions like diabetes or kidney disease, as well as some medications, can cause more frequent urination. People who are active outdoors. Hot and humid conditions can prevent sweat from evaporating, allowing body temperature to rise. Athletes. High-intensity activities can lead to excessive fluid loss through sweat and respiration. Tips for hydration. Rarely feeling thirst and having pale-colored urine are good signs of being well hydrated, which is accomplished by drinking enough healthy liquids throughout the day and eating a balanced diet with plenty of fresh fruits, vegetables, and other water-containing foods. While most beverages we drink will contribute to hydration, water in its basic form should be our main source. Regular tap water is a great choice as it's readily available and free. A good daily routine includes drinking a glass of water upon waking, having it with each meal, and sipping on it consistently throughout the day. Keeping a refillable water bottle with you is a good way to always have water at hand, but be sure to clean it regularly. If you find plain water a little boring, try flavoring it with citrus wedges, crushed berries, cucumber, and mint, or other herbs. How much water do we really need? The exact amount of water needed is different for each of us on any given day. According to the Mayo Clinic, a general daily recommendation for adults is 92 ounces for women and 124 ounces for men. About 20 to 25% of this amount comes from the food we eat and the rest from what we drink. Our own individual needs also depend on other factors. Activity level. The more active we are, the more we need to drink. We generally need to be drinking more water with any activity that makes us sweat. Strenuous job, exercise, laborious chores. Environment. Our bodies need more water in hotter climates and in higher elevations. At higher elevations, the air is drier and contains less oxygen, which results in more fluid loss through increased respiration. Health conditions. Anyone who is sick with a fever, vomiting, or diarrhea will need to drink more, as these conditions cause us to lose fluids more quickly. Also, women who are pregnant or breastfeeding need extra water, as these are more fluid-demanding conditions. People with certain health conditions, heart, kidney, liver, etc., may need to increase or limit their fluid intake, depending on the condition, and should follow the advice of their doctor. What to drink? Again, while water is best, other beverages can contribute to hydration. The healthiest beverages are those that are lower in calories and/or provide good nutrients and other health benefits. Opt for zero-calorie drinks like flavored waters or seltzers. Low-calorie nutritious beverages like unsweetened low or fat-free milk or milk alternatives or 100% fruit or vegetable juice are also good options within recommended daily nutrition guidelines. Drinks that should be avoided or limited may provide some hydration but also add a lot of empty calories with little to no nutritional value. These include sugary drinks like regular soda, juice, cocktails, and sweetened waters or other sweetened beverages. Drinks with high amounts of added sugar can increase the risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and other chronic diseases, as well as cavities and tooth decay. What about caffeinated drinks? Caffeine's effect on hydration depends on how much is consumed. Having a typical amount of caffeine, like that found in a regular coffee, tea, or soft drink, isn't likely to cause dehydration since the mild diuretic, urine-stimulating effect is balanced by the liquid contained in the drink. However, consuming excessive amounts of caffeine can increase the diuretic effect and cause side effects like rapid or irregular heartbeat, anxiety, and sleep problems, especially for people who are more sensitive to it. It's best to keep caffeine consumption to a minimum. Sports drinks. For most people, drinking plain water is enough to rehydrate following normal bouts of exercise, less than an hour. Sports drinks can help with replenishing depleted electrolytes in individuals participating in endurance activities, high intensity for extended periods of time. However, these drinks are usually high in sugar and sodium and best used in moderation. Energy drinks. Energy drinks are not a good choice for hydration. They typically contain a lot of added sugar, high levels of caffeine, and other stimulants or additives and have been associated with health risks. According to the CDC, these risks include dehydration, heart complications, anxiety, and insomnia. These drinks should be avoided in children and used with caution by everyone else, especially those with heart conditions. Alcohol. Alcohol can cause dehydration and increase the risk of heat illness because it is a diuretic that causes our bodies to lose more fluids than it provides. Safe water sources. Making sure our drinking water comes from a safe source is the best way to avoid water-borne germs that can make us sick, especially those of us with weakened immune systems. All public, community, water systems in the United States are generally considered safe. They are regulated by the Environmental Protection Agency and must meet certain standards for contamination levels, be routinely tested, publicly post annual reports, and alert residents when a health risk is identified. Owners of private wells and other individual water systems are responsible for testing their own systems to make sure the water is safe to drink. Other ways to protect ourselves from waterborne illnesses at home include flushing faucets that haven't been used recently and by cleaning and maintaining any devices that use water by following the manufacturer's directions. Commercially bottled water can also be a safe source as it is regulated by the Food and Drug Administration and is based on the same standards set by the EPA for public tap water. To be sure, check labels for the following safe treatments: reverse osmosis, distillation, or 1 micron absolute filtration. If you plan to travel internationally, do your research to find the safest drinking sources for the area you're visiting. Good resources can be found at swuhealth.gov/travel or cdc.gov/travel. To prevent illness while recreating, avoid drinking or swallowing water from swimming pools, hot tubs, splash pads, or any source that is not properly filtered and disinfected, including rivers. Lakes, ponds, and streams. These bodies of water can contain bacteria, parasites, viruses, and other contaminants. Focus on healthy hydration by making water your drink of choice. Have plenty of it throughout the day and be mindful of when you might need more. Keep your water bottles filled and your body functioning at its best.
If this episode kept you alert and informed, mission accomplished.